Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Math Lesson 89. We're on pages 177 to 178. That's what it looks like, so that's what you should have out and ready to go. Okay, we are talking about adding fractions. Remember, a fraction is a part of something. And with a fraction, the top number is how many pieces you have, and the bottom number is all the pieces all together in the object. So this is 2 out of 7 pieces. Well, when we want to add fractions, we have to first make sure that our fractions have the same denominator, so the same bottom number. Then all you have to do is add your numerators, add your top numbers, and keep the denominators the same. Now listen very carefully. We never, ever, 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 ever add the denominators. Nope, they stay the same. So, por ejemplo, 2 sevens, plus 3 sevens. All we do is add the numerators because the denominators are the same. So 2 plus 3 is 5, and we keep the denominator the same, 7. You do not add them. It is not 7 plus 7 is 14. No, 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 no. You add the numerators, 2 plus 3 is 5, and the denominator stays the same. Let's try another one. This is letter A of number 1 on your paper. 1/5 plus 2/5. Well, we have the same denominator, so we can add our numerators. 1 plus 2 is 3. Very good. And our denominator stays the same, 5. Now, how about if they're written like this? It's the same thing. We look at our numerators, 2 and 3. Our denominators are 9. Since they're the same, we can add. 2 plus 3 is 5, and our denominator stays the same, 9. Well, what about if you have something like this? 3 things that you're adding together. It's just like adding together 3 numbers. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. And my denominator stays the same, 5. That's all you have to do. So finish up section 1 just like that. Easy peasy, right? All right, now let's look at our conversions. This is number 2 on your paper. Now I'm not going to solve them all the way. I'm just going to show you again how you set them up so you keep getting that practice. So letter A is 60 feet equals how many yards? We set it up by writing what we're starting with, which is 60 feet. Then we draw a line. We write the unit that we're changing to, which is yards. So the unit that we're cambiando a is yardas. De feet. Voy a poner eso en la parte de abajo. Now, what's our conversion factor? How are feet and yards related? Well, there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So now what do I do? Do I multiply or do I divide? Sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. Because my number that's greater than 1 is on the bottom, I divide. 60 divided by 3, and put the answer here. Let's do letter B. 7 days equals how many hours? So we're starting with 7 days. We draw our line. We're going 2 hours from days. Okay, what's our conversion factor? Well, we know there are 24 hours in 1 day. So now do I multiply or do I divide? Well, because my number that's greater than 1 is on the top, I multiply. And our last one, 77 days equals how many weeks? So we start with 77 days. We're going 2 weeks from days. What's our conversion factor? 7 days in 1 week. Now you decide whether or not you should multiply or divide and put the answer there. All right, let's turn over your paper. Number 3 says, circle the larger fraction. Letter A, you have 4/11 or 3/11. Excuse me, change markers here. Okay, I'm gonna erase some of this work. You can go back and look at it again if you need it. So we have 4/11 or 3/11. Remember that when the denominator is the same, that means all of the pieces are the same size. So you would go with the one that has more pieces. That's the bigger fraction, 4/11. Do letter B just like that. Now let's look at letter C. You have 1/4 or 1/2. Well, we do this one differently. When the denominator is, when the numerator is 1, remember we call that a unit fraction. And this time we look at the number down below. Now this one's a little different, okay? Because we're looking at the number down below, we go with the smaller number. That's the bigger fraction. Because if I were to draw a shape, let's pretend these boxes are exactly the same size. Here's 1/2. Okay, here's 1/4. Which one's bigger? 1/2, okay? Let me tilt the screen down just a little so you can see it. Okay, 1/2. That's bigger because my same size shape is divided into less pieces, so it's bigger. This one's divided into more pieces, so the pieces have to be smaller. Okay, you'll do letter D, think through it just like that. Whoops. Number 4 says solve the story problems. Letter A, Sophia's family buys 5 pounds of apples per week. How many pounds of apples will they buy in 52 weeks? Okay, so per, when you see that word per, that means to multiply. So her family buys 5 pounds cada semana, and this is 52 semanas. So, to find the work, you need to multiply those 52 semanas by the 5 pounds to find out how many pounds they bought in total. Then letter B says the bakery made 90 hot dog buns. They divided them evenly, see that word divided? Evenly into packages, so paquetes of 6. How many packages did they make? Well, that's easy. So our story problem tells us that they started out with 90 and they divided them into groups of 6. So you want to know how many packages they made. So put that in your workspace, solve for that to find the number of packages. Number 5, you need to divide and check. You will have a remainder for both. Number 6 says solve and check this equation. So you have n minus 4 equals 8 divided by 2. Start with the 8 divided by 2 and work from there. Number 7 says find the area. So count each one of those square boxes to find the area. Okay, that's it for your paper today. Let me know if you have any questions and I'd be happy to help you. Have a great day. Bye.